and the lady told me that I will get my results tomorrow. Am I going to do YouTube? I hope so, maybe not. I am a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend. Like, I am a human with life experiences.
Yeah, just get to check my hormones. I know. There were so many tests. I was like, wow, there's so many to choose from.
Okay, I have done this intro too many times. Hello, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If I look and feel off, it's because one, I'm in my luteal phase, which the ladies know what that means, and two, it's been a minute. It's been like 3 months, I think, since I talked to a camera and posted on YouTube. So, which I will explain why I've been gone for many reasons later on in today's video. But yeah, I'm just very glad to be back, and I thought I would kick off me coming back on YouTube with a little health vlog and getting my hormones retested. So I just came back from getting blood drawn from LabCorp to get my hormones retested. I was going to film everything that I did after. I ran a whole bunch of errands, went grocery shopping and all of that. But to be completely honest, it's been so hectic out on the streets here in Florida because we've just had back-to-back hurricanes, and thankfully my family and I are safe. We do have a tree that's about to fall down, not on our house, but that is the worst of it all. I know that there are so many other people, especially down south, who lost their homes, and just my heart goes out to them. If there's any resources that I can find, I will put it down below to help those who need help because of Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. It's just been crazy in Florida, especially in North Carolina. Yeah, my heart goes out to everyone that has been negatively affected. So I feel like everyone that evacuated Florida is now coming back into Florida, and there's literally so much traffic. The grocery stores are packed, which I completely understand. So I was just trying to go through the motions. I didn't even think of filming it, that is why. But I just came back, and now I rushed to get ready for the gym, and I'm just about to have a little protein shake before I go to a luteal phase full body workout, which stay tuned for that. I love this workout so much when I don't have time to do another workout this week, or I'm just not in the mood. So going back to getting my hormones retested, if you guys watched my vlogs from a few months ago, I documented me going to an integrative doctor, getting my blood drawn, getting my hormones tested, and then the results. And long story short, the results came back that I have low progesterone, which was really surprising because I feel like I'm at my healthiest. I didn't know I had a hormone imbalance, which goes to show that there's always something that we can work on. But for the past few months, I've been on a certain protocol to boost my natural progesterone, and now I want to see where my progesterone is at and other hormones. And I'm just so excited. However, this is just so crazy to say. It's like a full circle moment for me, but I'm actually working with LabCorp on demand in today's video. But let me explain why it's a full circle moment for me, because I'm just gonna be completely transparent with you guys. If you guys, again, watch my other health vlogs, I went to an integrative doctor. And to be completely honest, I spent over $1,200 to literally get the same blood work test. And I do want to say that I don't regret it at all. It was an amazing experience. She was incredibly informative and empowering, and just, it was an amazing experience. I don't regret it at all. But when I found out about LabCorp On Demand and how I can purchase the same test that my doctor orders and trusts for a fraction of the cost by myself, it literally blew my mind. They have over 60 plus tests that you can choose from. The process was so incredibly quick and easy as well. I literally went online on LabCorp On Demand and chose the test that I wanted to do, purchased the test, selected my appointment, went in to my appointment. I actually was 20 minutes early. I'm an early girl. And they took me in right away, even way before my appointment time. quick and easy, in and out. And the lady told me that I would get my results tomorrow morning, which is so crazy that you actually get your results in your own patient portal. And what's so crazy, like I said, I already have my previous lab results from a few months ago in the same portal, so now I can look at both and compare my levels. So I'm just super excited and giddy. I know I sound like a nerd over these things, but getting your hormones tested is incredibly important.
So if you would like to get your hormones tested by LabCorp on demand as well, I do have a discount code. It is Kyla10 and it will save you $10 off. I will also have it linked down below.
Let's hurry up and go to the gym. I need a snack beforehand. Because of the hurricane, a lot of my orders have been delayed, which again, I understand. So one of the orders was my protein. And so I just had to go to Publix and get like the pre-made protein shakes. And the only like pre-made protein shake that I love and recommend is by this brand, Owen. It stands for only what you need. So it has only ingredients of what you need, if that makes sense. Very clean ingredient. It has 20 grams of protein. It is vegan, and it has also a greens blend as well. So it has like broccoli, kale, and spinach and all of that. So I'm gonna have this and kiwi with some nuts. I know that sounds so weird, but I have been loving that, and that is actually part of my progesterone boosting protocol. I am gonna do, I think I mentioned this, but I am gonna do a whole separate video of everything that I've done to try to naturally boost my progesterone rather than, you know, I could have supplemented with, not synthetic, I guess it is synthetic progesterone, but I wanted to learn and understand how to support my body's natural progesterone production. And there's so many different things you can do. And like I said, I will do a whole separate video because I know how important it is for progesterone, especially if you are trying to conceive, which we are currently not, but anything can happen. And I want to make sure my progesterone is good just in case it happens, or especially when we are ready to start trying to conceive. Where did that come from? I don't know, but oh, kiwis. Kiwis are high in vitamin C and fiber. So I'm gonna have a protein shake with kiwi, and then nuts are high in omega-3s, which are healthy fats, which just helps with inflammation levels and helps with your hair, skin, and nails, and all of that. Here is my little fruit nut bowl concoction. I know this looks really weird, it might sound a little weird, but I think it's yummy, and sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do for health, right? But it is very yummy, to me at least.
Okay, so I will have the full body luteal phase workout that I did up on the screen, but if you haven't watched any of my videos before, I do cycle sync. Basically, I work out alongside my hormones, aka my menstrual cycle, rather than against it. And so in my luteal phase, which is the phase right before your period, this is when your hormones are drastically dropping, and I just want to support my body during this phase. So I definitely don't want to put on a lot of stress, aka a lot of heavy weight and high intensity exercise on my body. So I just did a very slow and controlled, very lightweight workout today. And I also prioritized warming up and cooling down because during this phase, your body is more susceptible to injuries. So that is why I, again, go very slow and controlled and do lightweight as well. Get the chicken and rice bowl, please. Yes, please.
So as you guys saw, I went to Cabo for lunch, and rather than sitting in my car eating in silence, I decided to bring it home even though I live so far from Cabo and just watch my Netflix. But the reason why I'm on the ground, I even ate my lunch on the ground, is because gym germs. I'm still dirty from the gym. Don't want to sit on my clean couch, but that is why. And I thought I might as well just continue sitting here and talk about why I have been gone from YouTube for, I think, 3-4 months now. I thought I would put on some ambiance for today's video. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that this is new in our living room, our new fireplace. We used to have like the IKEA TV stand storage thing, which we actually put in our loft, which is so perfect because down the road, not anytime soon, we want that loft area to be our kids' playroom, and that is just like perfect for like toys and games and all of that, and also good, it's going to be a game room anyways. Here I am going on a tangent, so let's just explain why I've been gone. So I actually was not planning to be gone this long, but things happen, life happens. So the first thing why I didn't come back to YouTube is because this year I have been incredibly blessed to work with such amazing, amazing brands on Instagram, on YouTube as well, obviously, but a lot of my collaborations and partnerships have been on Instagram this year, and which is so crazy because I literally have like 12.6K on Instagram, which might not be a lot to some, it might be a lot to some people, but it's like a happy medium to me. And again, it's just a huge blessing, but that has taken up a lot of my time because not only am I working with brands on Instagram for my own brand, but I'm also working with brands on a UGC basis. So if you guys never heard of UGC, it is basically, I think it stands for user generated content. And essentially that is when a creator creates content for a brand, but I don't have to post it. So the brand will use what I create for their own marketing purposes. While doing that, I have been getting my certification in women's fitness for all ages. So basically I have been studying, I literally, it's like going back to school. I had to study, take quizzes, take tests, and then take a final exam. So that certification helped me have a better understanding for women's health and fitness for all ages, from puberty to even postmenopausal. And let me tell you, you guys, I learned so much, and I cannot wait to share what I've learned. And you know, as I progress in my life and go through different seasons in my life as well, I know that's going to benefit me and my health and fitness journey, but especially in my social media business, whatever you want to call it. So with that, I didn't want to just fly through it, even though I know I can always go back to it and refer back to the content that I learned, but I just wanted to be able to like soak it in, if that makes sense, and have just a really good understanding of everything that I learned. So yeah, like I said, it was like going back to school, and I passed the exam. I got my certificate in that, which I'm so excited for. And then on top of that, if you guys haven't followed me for a while, my husband and I have made it a priority to travel while it's just us two. Ever since we got married, we've been married, oh my goodness, our wedding anniversary is literally in like a few weeks, but we've been married for, it's going to be 7 years. We have just been traveling a lot. Earlier this year, we went to Colorado, and then we just came back from traveling all around the Greek islands and Turkey, which was so cool. I never thought in my life I'd be able to go to Turkey, and that was just an amazing trip. And then we have more travels coming up before the end of the year. But traveling, that obviously takes a lot of time as well. And so with the brands that I've been working with on Instagram, and then getting my certification in women's fitness for all ages, and then traveling, that obviously takes up a lot of time. And I know that I can't do it all, and I don't believe in the boss babe hustle culture mentality, because I know that's just not good for your health. So with all of that, I also already was planning to take a little break from YouTube because I wanted to kind of take a step back and reflect on where I want the direction of my channel to go in terms of like when we do start a family, and that's going to be my #1 priority, being a mom, God willing. And then obviously when I get older, especially like in my 30s, am I going to do YouTube? I hope so, maybe not, if that's not God's plan. I don't know, but obviously I know I can't stress about the future. I can't control my life and my future. It's always in God's hand. And I always think of the quote that says, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your life plan. And that is just so true. But still, it is, I'm gonna have a good stretch while talking anyways. So it is still good to plan, especially as a business owner. But I believe this is because, and this is so true, when they say that when you turn 25, and apparently that is when your frontal lobe in your brain fully develops, you literally become a different person. And I swear I am a different person in all the good ways. Because if you knew me before I turned 25, especially when I was on birth control, you don't know me now, because I'm literally a completely different person. And with that, in terms of being on social media, and I know that I'm not big to some people, and I might be big to some people, but I have been doing this for a few years and long enough, and I've grown to the point where I see how important privacy and security online is. And I feel like I do a really good job in terms of being private on social media while still being on social media, if that makes sense. So I don't share my friends, family, my husband as much anymore. I really don't anymore. I actually privated a whole bunch of videos on YouTube. I swear, the second I turned 25, I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna delete so much videos on my YouTube, especially when I was younger. Like, it gives me the ick, but it just shows like the growth as well. But I just privated like pretty much all the videos that contained or showed any of my friends or family or my husband, because that is the most precious thing to me in my life. But I also privated videos where I felt like I was oversharing. I look at these big influencers who have talked about their regrets growing on social media, and I take their mistakes and do it now so that I don't have to feel that regret in the future if I ever do get bigger. I might not be big to some people, but I've already had literally a handful. Literally, I can count on one hand, but still, it blows my mind. People actually recognize me from social media in person. And I'm so grateful for everyone who has recognized me and came up to me and like hugged me and like introduced themselves to me. So grateful. Love that. But it also opened up my eyes to the reality that if I do continue doing this and I do continue growing, that you just gotta be more careful, and you know, what you treasure the most in your life, keep it to yourself, and which is like my family, my friends, my marriage, all of that. Now, however, I say all of that and how I want to be private on social media, but one thing that I have been thinking about is how I want to start opening up more. And I know I sound like a hypocrite because I'm like, just like 2 minutes ago I said, man, I don't want to overshare. I deleted videos of me oversharing. But then I also think about how I feel like some people look at me and think that I'm just a creator or influencer, even though I hate that word, who just pushes health and fitness content out. And yes, I do that, but I also want my community to be able to relate to me on a more personal level. And I just want to humanize myself, if that makes sense. Like, I want people to remember that I am a human. I am a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a friend. Like, I am a human with life experiences, and I feel like God puts us through things, good and bad, to help other people and to lift up other people. And I want to be able to open up and be vulnerable, but like also that is scary to do that on the social media world. but I also want to be able to connect with others on a more personal level rather than just like health and fitness facts, you know what I mean? So obviously, I'm sure you guys can just see that my brain is just like, I'm like that meme with all like the math things going on. That's my brain right now because I'm just trying to figure out how to be private on social media, how to maintain a level of privacy, and but still be like open and be transparent and be, not that I'm not transparent, but be more personable, I guess you can say. And yeah, my SD card got filled already. That means I'm just talking too much, but another reason what I wanted to reflect on my YouTube channel is that I feel like people aren't really watching vlogs anymore, which I don't really do vlogs anyways, but I feel like a lot of people in today's society are watching more long form, sit down, podcast style videos, which I personally am like leaning more towards on YouTube, and I can understand why. I feel like because of like short form content, aka TikTok, it's just some people can't sit through a long vlog, and so I am thinking of just doing little health vlogs here and there, but leaning more towards sit down podcast style videos, but still have like B-roll and pop-ups so that it's not boring. For example, like I mentioned earlier, if my progesterone has boosted, I would love to do a sit down podcast style video showing and explaining everything that I did to boost my progesterone naturally. And so videos like that, and I feel like that's something that I can continue to do as I get older. And yeah, because I don't know if I will be vlogging, I guess you could say, when I'm in my 30s. You're never too young to do anything. Age is nothing but a number, but still, like, I don't know where my life is going to look like then. And I know, I'm just like thinking ahead. My husband and I are such planners. I want to just make sure every piece of content that I produce has some value. It's not just like the typical influencer content creator content, like, let's have a productive day, but I am going shopping, getting my nails done, having a massage. Like, that's not really realistic to like the normal everyday person, I guess you can say. And no hate to that type of content. Some people love that content, but I just want to make sure, and what I love to watch is videos that actually have some sort of value. I can be educated from it. I can be inspired or empowered in some way. So that's what I want to produce. And so I hope I do that. I feel like I do a good job at that. Again, obviously that was just like a huge brain dump, but I feel good. And I'm super excited to see where my channel goes. I got my first YouTube 100K plaque, and that was like one of the biggest goals that I had since starting YouTube and for my business. I don't have a goal to get millions of subscribers. I, again, might not have a lot of subscribers or followers to some people, but I might to some other people, but it is truly such a huge blessing, and I love the community that I have now, and I'm just so grateful and content with where I'm at now. Also, totally forgot to mention, for these long form podcasts, sit down videos, I already have a higher quality mic. So if you guys watch my other sit down videos with my little lapel mic, I'm so sorry. Like, that sound quality is so horrible, but again, it just shows the growth that you will, make mistakes in the beginning or throughout your business journey. But I'm going on a little tangent, but I was telling my husband about how the sound quality is not good on my lapel mic. I also couldn't wear certain outfits because I have to clip on. I couldn't wear jewelry because then it will hit it and it will ruin the sound and all of that. And so I was telling my husband this literally the next day. He's like, what is the mic that you wanted again? And I told him which one I wanted and was looking at. He's like, okay, good, because I got it for you. And that's just this like, one, shows how amazing of a husband he is, but it's a full circle moment for me because he is truly the only reason why I started doing YouTube. I actually did not want to do YouTube. I was so scared of what my hometown people were gonna think of. So glad I didn't let that fear stop me, but I was scared people would judge me and make fun of me. I feel like I would fail at it, but one day my husband comes home with the camera that I'm actually vlogging on now, a Canon G7X. She does need a little help though. He comes home with it in a bag with little tissue and everything. He's like, this is because I believe in you. And so I opened it and it was the camera. So when I opened it, one, I was like, oh my goodness, he's so sweet, literally cried. But then two, I was like, wait a second, I actually have to do this now because my husband invested a lot of money into me and believes me so much. So that's how I started YouTube. And because of 2020, everyone was home, my YouTube blew up, which was a blessing in disguise with everything that happened that year. But yeah, it's just a full circle moment. He's now invested in a higher quality mic so that you guys can actually hear me better. So if you like that video and you like the quality on my next sit down video, thank him because he's just a sweetheart. So anyways, that is it for today's video. I think clearly it was a brain dump. I hope you guys, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you or talk to you in my next video. And I promise it won't be 3 to 4 months from now.